Isaiah 13:7 through 11. Therefore shall all hands be faint, and every man's heart shall melt. And they shall be afraid, pangs and sorrow shall take hold of them. They shall be in pain as a woman that travaileth. They shall be amazed one at another, their faces shall be as flames. Behold, the day of the Lord cometh, cruel both with wrath and fierce anger, to lay the land desolate, and he shall destroy the sinners thereof out of it. For the stars of heaven and the constellations thereof shall not give their light. The sun shall be darkened in his going forth, and the moon shall not cause her light to shine. And I will punish the world for their evil, and the wicked for their iniquity, and I will cause the arrogancy of the proud to cease, and will lay low the haughtiness of the terrible. First and foremost, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to the Most High, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Rakakwadash. I want to give double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone that taught me this truth and rule well. And I want to say shalom to you Akim and Akwat out there pursuing this truth diligently. Coming at you once again with another lesson. Alright, today our topic is, I got this from, I believe it was just a Reddit post originally, alright, is where I found it. Alright, it was a Reddit post, I'm not sure of the news site, alright, but it was asking this question, right? And the question is how nuclear war would affect the Earth today, all right? And this was posted on July 7th, all right, which is yesterday, all right? And I'm not sure who this, let's see if we can find out who this is. Louisiana State University, all right? So it says how nuclear war would affect Earth today, all right? So it says today nuclear war capabilities would have devastating impacts on Earth. If detonated, the smoke and soot from nuclear explosions would block out the sun, resulting in worldwide crop failure, all right, so famine, all right, plunging global temperatures and sea ice expansion that would throw the planet into a nuclear little ice age, not a little one, it would a nuclear ice age, all right, essentially, but that it wouldn't have time to take place, all right. So that's just basically a bunch of hearsay, all right. They say that it would happen, all right, that it would start a nuclear ice age, all right, and if it did, it wouldn't be little, all right, but it's not going to freeze over the Earth, all right. The Most High has other plans. It says that could last up to thousands of years, all right. So it's again, this is more of this is one of Esau's coping mechanisms. All right, they don't understand the Bible, so they can't grasp, all right, what's going to happen. All right, so they try to come up with these scenarios or what would happen, or these scientific explanations, so they can try to feel like they have some control. All right, when in reality they don't. All right, it's all the Most High that's controlling this, and you don't know anything about it. All right, the elite do. All right. But these run-of-the-mill, bottom-of-the-barrel Edomites, all right, the word hasn't trickled down to them, all right. They're gonna see it firsthand. But these Rockefellers, all right, these Rockefellers and these damn, I always forget the other one. Anyway, these big banking companies, all right, these big banking companies and these banking families, all right, that make up the elites. All right, they know about these things. They know that they're Edomites. They know what's coming. All right, they know that they don't have that much time to rule. That's why they're they're sending their minions, all right, so to speak, to go and do the things that they're doing. All right, say, hey, go and roll this out. Hey, put this out. All right, or institute this law. All right, or kill these people. All right, or create a law that'll create an uproar within the people. All right, like these Roe vs. Wade overturnings and stuff like that. All right, anything they can do to cause unrest. All right, but Esau doesn't really understand these things. All right, the bottom of the barrel Edomites. All right, you got the small hats, the Amalekites. All right, that know all these things. All right, sitting in the Vatican and other places. All right, that know all these things, and then you have our small town politicians like the mayors and stuff that really don't have a clue. All right. Now it says Baton Rouge, Russia's invasion of Ukraine has brought the threat of nuclear warfare to the forefront. But how would modern nuclear detonations impact the world today? A new study published today, all right, and we'll open that and see if there's anything different in there, provides stark information on the global impact of nuclear war. All right, and for the I don't know why they had to create this whole article, all right, because for the question, how nuclear war would affect the Earth today? Bad. It would be bad, all right. Even if you didn't know about the truth, you should know it'll just be bad. You don't need to do a whole study on how bad it's going to be, all right. It's going to be bad, all right. And if you want to do a study, these little devices that you're making, they're not going to be able to pull any of this type of information out, all right. There's one thing that can tell you what's going to happen with nuclear war, all right. A full large-scale nuclear war, all right, and that's the Bible. But you guys can't understand it, all right, and are actively trying to, get rid of it, all right. It says study's lead author, LSU Department of Oceanography and Coastal Scientist assistant, Professor Cheryl Harrison, and co-authors ran multiple computer simulations. They love running these computer simulations, all right, to study the impacts of regional and larger-scale nuclear warfare on Earth's system given today's nuclear warfare capabilities. 9 nations currently control more than 13,000 nuclear weapons in the world, according to the Stockholm International Peace Research Institute. And there's more than 13,000. All right, that's just how many they want you to know that they have. All right. Now they said right here computer simulations. All right. Now there's something I want to show. I didn't even think about it until now. It's not too important, all right, but if to put in a comparison, how big these nukes are, because some people can put that into account, all right, how big these nukes are. All right, there's the site, Nuclear Secrecy Nuke Map. All right, is this just Florida? All right, so you can do the United States. All right, you can pretty much do anywhere. All right, so if you go in here, you could just whatever preset. All right, we'll just, I don't know, and go to the biggest one. All right, it says it's the Tsar Bomba. All right, this is the largest USSR. All right, bomb design. This is 100 megatons. All right, and they got bombs way bigger than 100 megatons. All right, and you can do different ones, other effects. You can show the casualties and the radioactive fallout. All right, you can do air burst or surface. A lot of the time they air burst. All right, and then you just put it. Just put New York, I guess. All right. I know that's too close to the side. Let's do somewhere in the middle. All right. This is just showing you. Just do Colorado, somewhere in the middle. Bear with me. All right. Just want to demonstrate. Just do Denver. All right. Denver's right in the middle. Alright, it's not right in the middle, really. No, do Kansas. Let's do, alright. That's more middle. Alright, now, let's do, launch multiple. Alright. It only did one. Alright, well it only did one. Alright, this used to be a lot better than that. Alright, don't do auto zoom. Let's see if I don't know. Alright. Let's see. Bear with me. Alright. This shows the nuclear fallout range. Alright. So anybody within this red zone, let's see. This is the, overpressure, fatalities are 100%. Alright, and it can, so essentially all the damage is going from over here. Alright, and this is from one. This is from one, and that's not even the biggest anymore. Alright, that's not even the biggest anymore. Alright, and that's just from one singular nuke. Alright, and there's going to be several launching. Alright, so you can see how much damage that one's doing. Alright, and Salakia, thank you for bearing with me through that. Alright, the site used to be better. I don't know what they've done to it. Alright, but that's just this is a small scale. Alright, you can mess around with it and see. All right, there's better examples out there, I'm sure. All right, but that's these things aren't these nuclear warheads aren't playing around. All right, just one of these can mess up a single like not a single but a whole strip of land. All right, several states worth. All right, and when they're launching several of these things, all right, all across the United States, all right, it's not going to be no joke. All right, not only are you going to have the impact, all right, you're going to have nuclear radiation that's going to be peeling people's faces off. All right. Now it says, let's continue reading on. It says, to study the impacts of regional and larger scale nuclear warfare on the Earth's systems given today's nuclear warfare capabilities. 9 nations currently control more than 13,000 nuclear warheads, and we read this, we'll continue on them. 13,000 nuclear warheads in the world, according to the Stockholm International Peace Research Institute. In all the researchers' simulated scenarios, nuclear firestorms would release soot and smoke into the upper atmosphere that would block out the sun, all right, resulting in crop failure around the world. In the first month following nuclear detonation, and there's not going to be several months afterwards, all right, that's going to be it, all right. Within the first month following nuclear detonation, average global temperatures would plunge by 13 degrees Fahrenheit, and larger temperature changed than in the last ice age. All right. So it says it would block out the sun. All right. It says it doesn't matter who's bombing whom. It can be India and Pakistan or NATO and Russia. Once the smoke is released into the upper atmosphere, it spreads globally and affects everyone. All right. So when these bombs drop, all right, and they will drop because it's prophesied in the Bible that it will happen. All right. Now, they're going to be causing destruction, all right, within Babylon the Great, all right, United States. But the effects, all right, are more than likely going to spread, all right, because you get smoke, other changes, all right, that's gonna happen instantly, all right. You see with a wildfire, all right, like the wildfires in California a few years back, all right, probably more to come because the state's always on fire, all right. But smoke was spreading through like way down through other states, all right, way through other states, and they were having smoke warnings, all right, in other states, all right, from California, all right. California is the one that's on fire, but these other states were affecting, air pollution, all right, air warnings, all right, and there was I can't remember what the states were, all right, but there were it was ash, basically. It was ash rain, all right. Ash was coming down, all right. I believe in closer states, of course, but the smoke was reaching further, all right. So if that's just from wildfires, all right, imagine what all this nuclear explosions having in Babylon the Great. There's going to be smoke, all right, all across this place, all right. It's not going to be pretty. It says ocean temperatures would drop quickly, and we're just going to skip on from here and grab the scriptures because now they're just speculating, all right? They're going to say that there's a... they're going to speculate. Actually, let's read this, all right? But they're just speculating from most of these, all right? The Arctic, and they're talking about a whole bunch of climate change, all right, essentially. All right, let's read this. It says, the researchers simulated what would happen to Earth systems if U.S. and Russia used 4,400 100 kiloton, and the one that we just experimented with was 100 kiloton, all right, nuclear weapons to bomb cities and industrial areas, which resulted in fires ejecting 150 teragrams, or more than about 330 billion pounds of smoke, all right? So these other countries, all right, when this happens, they're going to be smoky as hell too, all right? And there's going to be destruction on these other places, just not with nukes, all right? And these coastal places, all right, they're going to be going underwater, all right? It says with 330 billion pounds of smoke and sunlight absorbing black carbon, resulting and up into the upper atmosphere. They also simulated what would happen if India and Pakistan detonated about 100 kiloton nuclear weapons, resulting in 5 to 47 teragrams, or 11 billion to 103 billion pounds of smoke soot in the upper atmosphere. All right, so they're just mostly talking about, they're worried, all this stuff, they're worried about climate change. All right, there's going to be a whole lot more things to worry about than climate change when this happens. All right, let's grab let's see, do we want to read this and get this out of the way? Alright, yeah, it seems just like more of what we already read. Alright, but so we're going to grab some scriptures, alright? Let's see, do we want to grab this one again? Alright, yeah. Now, there was something actually I wanted to grab. Let me see if I can reopen this back up, Slovakia. See if where was that at? Bear with me. It was, alright, it says right here. Was this the one? I feel like it was worded differently. Here it is. It says, in all of the researchers' simulated scenarios, nuclear firestorms would release soot and smoke into the upper atmosphere that would block out the sun, resulting in crop failure around the world. Alright, and what does it say over here? Alright. For the stars of heaven and the constellations thereof shall not give their light, the sun shall be darkened in his going forth, and the moon shall not cause her light to shine. Alright? And I will punish the world for their evil, and the wicked for their iniquity, and I will cause the arrogancy of the proud to cease, and I will lay low the haughtiness of the terrible. Alright, and that's in Isaiah 13 and 10. Alright? So, you know, the people, all these scenarios that they're running, these simulated scenarios, alright, they're not going to be able to even, they're not going to be able to predict what's happening, alright, because one, you don't know the full truth, alright, you don't know what's going to be happening, alright, and the other thing is you don't know the sheer amount of destruction that's going to go down, alright, anything that's in your little scenarios and your simulation, alright, times that by, you know, uncategorizable levels of destruction, all right? Because you're not gonna be able to just put a number on how much destruction it is. It's gonna be more destruction that's even comprehensible to you people, all right? This is Isaiah 34 and 2. It says, "For the indignation of the Lord is upon all nations, and his fury upon all their armies. He hath utterly destroyed them. He hath delivered them to the slaughter." All right. Continue on. So this, Slovakia, before I got into this, alright, this is what's really going to happen with nuclear war, alright? This is the end of the world, alright? This is the real scenario. This is what really is going to happen, alright? Not your little scenarios. This is the real stuff right here. Alright? Matthew 13 and 49 through 13 and 50. "So shall it be at the end of the world. The angel shall come forth and sever the wicked from among the just, and shall cast them into the furnace of fire. There shall be wailing and gnashing of teeth." Alright, and what does wailing mean? Wailing means to cry. Alright, we'll grab the definition of wailing. Wailing means crying with pain, grief, or anger. Alright, wailing. Making a prolonged, high-pitched sound. Alright, so that would just be, you know, long screams. Alright, and gnashing of teeth. Alright, what does gnashing mean? Let's grab the definition of that. Alright. To grind one's teeth together, typically as a sign of anger, right? And it's not going to be anger. This is going to be pure terror, all right? They're probably grinding their teeth so hard that they're fucking snapping, all right? It's not going to be a pretty thing, all right? "So it shall be at the end of the world, the angel shall come forth and sever the wicked from amongst the just." All right, so the wicked are going to be pulled away from the just. The just meaning, all right, what does just mean? If we grab the blue letter, all right, the blue letter, I messed it all up. Oh, there it went, all right. If we grab this, all right, bear with me. Select you. All right. Let's see what just means. All right. That's the Blue Letter Bible. All right. Same scripture. Should come forth and sever the wicked from the just. All right. Just.
Strong's G 1342. Dikaios. Dikaios.
Alright, dikaios. Alright, and the definition, what does it say? It says the righteous, observing divine laws. Alright, in a wide sense, upright, righteous, virtuous, keeping the commandments of the Most High. Alright, approved or acceptable of the Most High. Alright, so that's the just. Alright, they're going to be, cut away from the wicked, because the wicked's going to have to go down and burn in this place. All right, the just, all right, just meaning, all right, the 1/3, all right, of the being the elect, all right, that'll be saved, All right. Meanwhile, the 2/3 and the other wicked, being Esau, Edom, as well as these other heathen nations, they're gonna have to burn in this place. All right. They're gonna have to experience the nuclear destruction that's happening. All right. Isaiah 13:7. Slakia. We already got that one, I believe. Yep, we already got that one. All right, Isaiah 66:15 through 16. For behold, the Lord will come with fire, and with his chariots. All right, and the chariots is speaking of the so-called they call them UFOs. All right, but really those are the chariots of the Most High. All right, and they're going to be wreaking havoc on this place as well. Not only will there be ICBMs, all right, nuclear missiles, all right, dropping all over this place. All right, the chariots are also going to be tearing this place up as well. All right, with their powers. So it says, "Behold, for behold, the Lord will come with fire, and with his chariots like a whirlwind, to render his anger with fury, and his rebuke with flames of fire." All right, so this place is going to be up in flames. All right. Says, for by the fire and by his sword will the Lord plead with all flesh, and the slain of the Lord shall be many. All right, it doesn't say few. All right, it's going to be many. All right, now what is a whirlwind? All right, let's grab the definition of that. All right, basically it says tornado, hurricane, a cyclone, tropical storm. All right, so these things are going to be causing immense destruction. All right, these chariots of the Lord. All right, not only the chariots. All right, and the nuclear, the nuclear warheads, all right, but the 144 as well. All right, there's going to be immense destruction happening on this place. All right, and you're not going to be able to simulate that. All right, I bet you didn't account for UFOs in your simulation. All right, so-called UFOs. I bet you didn't account for those. All right, so boom, your scenarios is already messed up. All right, it's not accurate. Malachi 4:1. For behold, the day cometh that shall burn as an oven, and all the proud, yea, and all that do wickedly shall be stubble, and the day that cometh shall burn them up, saith the Lord of hosts, that it shall leave them neither root or branch. All right, so they're neither root nor branch. All right, and what is a root? You should know what a root is. All right, a root is something that goes in the ground. A branch is part of the tree as well. All right, there's not going to be a single piece left. All right, these people, these wicked, all right, there's not going to be any left of them. All right, there's not going to be, none of their seeds are going to be able to rise up and rebuild this place. All right, it's going to be done. All right, the end. 2 Peter 3:10 through 3:14 reads, "But the day of the Lord will come as a thief in the night." What does that mean? All right, how does a thief in the night come? Does a thief in the night come loudly? All right, does it say, "Hey, look, I'm going to rob you"? No, it doesn't. All right, it comes one day and you wake up and all of your stuff's gone. All right. It says, "But the day of the Lord will come as a thief in the night." All right, so it's going to happen, without knowing. All right, in which the heavens shall pass away with a great noise, and the elements shall melt with fervent heat. The earth also and the works that are therein shall be burned up. All right, so these alphabet crew marches, those aren't going to be happening. All right, those are going to be those people are going to be gone. All right, the works of this place are going to be gone. All right. Seeing then that all these things shall be dissolved, what manner of persons ought ye to be in all holy conversation and godliness, looking for and hasting unto the coming of the day of the Most High, wherein the heavens being on fire shall be dissolved, and the elements shall melt with fervent heat. Nevertheless, we, according to his promise, all right, and we, speaking of the elect, all right, the elect, men, women, and children, all right, Lord willing, I, as well as you brothers and sisters are watching, are part of that number as well. That's why we call ourselves the hopeful elect, all right. Nevertheless, we, according to his promise, look for new heavens and a new earth wherein dwelleth righteousness. All right, because the hopeful elect, all right, well, the elect, all right, we call ourselves the hopeful elect because there's no way to be sure. All right, we, all right, are looking for a new earth, all right, wherein dwelleth righteousness, because this place, there's no righteousness in this place. All right, this place is wicked. All right, the laws of this place are wicked. The people of this place are wicked. All right, everything that comes out of this place is wicked. All right, it's wicked things made by wicked people. All right. Wherefore, beloved, seeing that ye look out for such things, and Slakia, this music's being a nuisance. Alright. Let's restart from the top. Alright. Slakia. Wherefore, beloved, seeing that ye look for such things, be diligent that ye may be found of him in peace and without spot and blameless. Alright. You want to be found without blame. Alright. You don't want to you don't have a coffee stain on you and say, "Oh, hey, what's that?" What's that? You know, you don't want that to happen. You don't want that to be pointed out. You want to hear, well done, my good and faithful servant, all right? You don't want to be like, well, you got a few spots over here, all right, that we need touching on, all right? And the touching on is not going to be very good, all right? You want to be found blameless, all right? Now, this is what I wanted to end off on, all right? Because, you know, we know that all this is going to happen, all right? But that's not, because Esau makes it sound like, you know, Esau, Edom, the so-called white man, makes it seem like when the world ends, all right? Because they have these world end movies and these games and all, whatever they have, all this media, these books, all right? When the world ends, that's just it, all right? Everyone's gone, and, well, that was it. The world just smolders in fire forever, all right? And that's not the case, all right? This is 2nd Esdras 6 and 9. It says, "For Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that falleth." All right, let me read that one more time since I stumbled it down. "For Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth." All right, so all that going down, that nuclear fire and that destruction, all right, that's the end of Esau's world. All right, but being that that's the end of Esau's world, all right, that means that marks the beginning of ours. All right, Jacob's. All right, and that means Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, all right, is gonna have full established righteousness, all right, within our kingdom, all right. That means Jacob's gonna be on top, all right. The so-called Negro, Latinos, and Native Americans, all right, they're gonna be on top, all right. Esau is gonna be on the bottom, all right, as well as these other heathen nations, all right. So the end of the world, all right. They call it the end of the world, all right, and really, what the end of the world is speaking of, you know, the end of one kingdom, all right, the end of one kingdom. All right, not the end of the world, because they always make it seem like, Esau makes it seem like the earth's going to crack in two and blow up, all right, and all these other crazy things, and that's not going to happen, all right. Those people, all right, are going to be put in the bottom. That kingdom is going to go away. That's going to be the end of their kingdom, all right. But there's going to be a new kingdom established, all right, wherein dwelleth righteousness, all right. It says this is Revelation 11 and 15. I'm going to close out there. This is what's going to happen, all right. When that happens, all right. "And the 7th angel sounded, and there were great voices in heaven, saying, The kingdoms of this world are become the kingdoms of our Lord and his Christ," and his anointed, I should say, all right? "The kingdoms of this world are become the kingdoms of our Lord and of his anointed, and he shall, or I could say, Hamashiach, all right? And he shall reign forever and ever." All right? So Esau's not going to try to take over again, all right? He's not going to be able to take over, all right? Moab's not going to be able to take over, all right? What does it say here? It says, "He shall reign forever and ever," all right? So there's going to be righteousness, all right? That's going to be it. We're not going to have another Esau fiasco, all right? We're not going to have another fiasco with Esau, all right? Because after 1,000 years, they're done, all right? They're not going to try to rise up, all right? They're going to know, all right? All these heathen nations are going to know that that's the end for them, all right, and that the Most High is going to reign forever and ever, and they're never going to be able to, you know, take the Bible away or anything like that, because the law will be written, all right, within us, all right. Jacob being the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, as well as the you know, Israelites scattered abroad that may look like the other heathen nations, all right. You might have you're going to have Israelites that look like so-called white people or so-called Asian people, all right. Just like you're going to have Edomites and heathens that look like so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. All right, so it's not a skin color thing. It all goes back to your heritage. All right, if you understand this word and you can believe in this word, all right, and acknowledge, all right, that Esau Edom's a so-called white man, all right, and that the Most High is a so-called black man, all right, then you might just be an Israelite. All right, but with that, I'm going to close out. Lord willing, this lesson was edifying. Once again, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to the Most High, Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Rakakwadash. I want to give double honors to elders and apostles at Great Millstone. Shalom to you brothers and sisters out there. Keep enduring, keep the faith. We're almost out of here. Until the next one, Lord willing. Shalom.